Good evening and welcome to episode 319. Now that I finally got it on the right screen. So, tonight we are taking flight on the Atari 8-bit home computer and we are playing F-15 Strike Eagle. So, let's take off. All right, let's get me back on the screen here. There we go. All right, so let's get back to the title screen there. Eventually, it'll come back around. Okay. So this is the mission screen where you can choose the different missions you want to do. Select rookie. No, we only want one pilot. Oh, glad I got that manual up over here. I didn't print it out, but I do have it. So that I can know what screens are what. What options. Because there's a lot of options. Each one does something different. And it's got a big manual. Sounds like we're going into demo mode while I looked this up. I could have. I tried to read the printout, but it is a little gray. Skill level 17. Options. All right, let's go to options. Let's go back to the start, and once again, this is where you select your missions. We're going to go option. We're going to go pilot, which gives us a lot more control. There are multiple options. We have ace, which was way more difficult. I had a root canal today, so I'm a little... Okay, so ace is the top level. Got arcade, which is just kind of really what we played on the NES. It kind of does everything for you. Rookie is a little bit above that. You know what? Let's go with rookie to start with because that'll be nice. So we got rookie. We're going to start with the Libya mission. We got the pilot here. Oh dear, do I still have... No, I do not. Where's it at? We do need the authentication codes. Can't launch the game. This is the copyright protection. And start and rookie. And we're going to go start. Authentication code 6, which is C as in Charlie. All right. And we already start out in the air, and there's a plane in front of us. Unlike the NES missions, we don't get to see the briefing. We don't get all that. So we're looking for... There should be a pointer for our heads up, but I'm not seeing it. Now this one, you don't just get to shoot missiles at the ground, you got to do bombs. And that little reticle that you see on the screen now, the little flashing circle, that's the bomb. That square that's coming on the radar is our lovely target that I hopefully am not going to pass over. And I sure did, didn't I? Let's kind of level this thing out. Come on, level out. I'm playing on a real Atari joystick. And it's a bit on the loose side. Alright, so let's swing this ship around. Oh. Get on target for this bombing run. It looks like I missed it again. Alright, bombs off. Missiles. Or is that a SAM site? No, that's a plane. There we go. Did we get him? Yes, we got him. Okay. Alright, so let's see if I can swing back around again and try to hit this thing. Let's lower our speed down to 400. Lower our altitude. Like I said, it's a way different looking game than what we played on the NES. There we go. Oh no, I just dropped a bomb on a plane. Speed up a little bit. Oh! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Get up, get up, get up. How am I going to be able to drop a bomb? I think that's the plane again. And I'm rusty at this. I haven't played this in a very, very, very long time. It is a fun game. Oops. We missed. Bomb missed. I probably blew up some poor guy's house. It's okay. He's got insurance and he wasn't home. He was at work. Ooh. Something got me. Ah, we hit it. All right, so I sped us back up. See if we can't take out this airport over here. Launched a rocket over there. Let's see if we can't get that guy. I hit him, but I don't know if I took him out. Doesn't look like it. Come on, airport, where are you at? So I just launched electronic jammer and a flare. All right, we took out the airport. Kind of have to dive bomb. It looks like we got company behind us. What's really neat is we can look behind us. And there they are. We got a couple guys behind us. And where's the air brake? That didn't help. Or maybe it did. Maybe it did. Come on, come on, come on. Get down there. Get down there. Okay, so we took him out. Let's go after that SAM site. Let's bring up a bomb. See if we can't line up with this guy. And I used to play this a lot when I got it. I think I got this back in 85, 84, 85. Like, it just came out. All right, we hit it. All right, we are low on fuel. Let's get back to the base. We're just gonna, let's lower our speed just so that we can hopefully make it back, but it doesn't look like it. I think we're gonna have to eject. All right, so I bailed out and was captured. I took out one primary target, 4 air targets, 2 ground targets. And that was my score. So if we hit start, we go back to the mission again. And if we do like 2, see, so we can select different places to go. Now, what really sold this game was option 1 was Libya, because we were having a problem with Libya at the time, and there was a whole big thing about that. And so Libya was a huge mission, was a huge selling point for this game. Because this was like the top selling combat flight simulator at the time. It's a lot of fun. So let's try. All right, let's go ace and see what happens. Start. This one should be a little bit tougher. A little bit more physics, a little bit more gravity, that kind of stuff going on. As you can see, the frame rate, and it's not. Ooh, okay. It's not bitmapped or any kind of artwork. It's really vector line graphics. Whoa. Whoa. Give me up. Ah, we died. See, it ramps up the difficulty from rookie to ace real fast, and you have to do a lot of combat stuff. But there we have it. That is F-15 Strike Eagle on the Atari 8-bit. Let's see if it plays a different mission while I'm chatting here in the demo. So it is a flight simulator. This was from 1984 on an 8-bit home computer. I'm playing it on my Atari 130XE it's got 128 megabytes of RAM, but I'm sorry, kilobytes of RAM. Yeah, it was 128K RAM, and it was designed to run on, and I played this on my Atari 8-bit, Atari 800, which is an 8-bit computer from 1979 with 48K of RAM. And it plays the exact same. There's no speed difference, no nothing. If you were playing it on the Atari 400, 800, or this. They made these games to run on, because there was a wide range of specs for these, they made the games run on older, on the, not the older machines, but on the slower machines with less RAM. Sometimes they put on there required 32K RAM or 48K RAM. Like I say, this one ran on my Atari 800 with 48K RAM. The 130XE has 128K RAM, but it'll run on the, I think the minimum requirement was 48K. So the least it would run on was the Atari 800. And I'm trying to look it up now. Because I had it up and I closed the screen by mistake. I really didn't mean to do that. So yes, the Atari required 48K of RAM to play it on. And when you bought this game, it actually came with 2 copies of the game. It was a reversible disc. So one side of the disc was for the Atari. The flip side was for the Commodore 64 128. So if I wanted to, I could have taken it up the road to my friend James's house who had a Commodore 64, and we could have played F-15. But he had a copy for his Commodore, as I recall. If memory serves, he had a copy. So that is the F-15 Strike Eagle on the Atari 8-bit home computer. As I said, this was a completely different graphically than what we played on the NES. Now, I do have other flight sims for the 16-bit consoles, and I'm going to play them also because I believe I do have the F-15 Strike Eagle series for the Super Nintendo and the Genesis. But I got to confirm that. I know on my Genesis I have a handful of different flight simulators, but I have to see which ones they are. On my Atari computer, we're going to be playing next is the Space Shuttle simulator. It's called Space Shuttle Journey into Space, and it is a huge manual that I have to go through. It is, how many pages? It's a lot of pages. Let's see if 30 pages, and it actually goes into the how to land with math. It's got all the math. I mean, it is really, really different than what we played on the NES. That's for certain. So I can't wait to play that one. It's a lot of fun. There were a lot of other flight simulators on this. My first flight simulator was the Microsoft Flight Simulator that was on the system. And I should play that one too. That one's interesting. Little history there. Because they still make the Microsoft Flight Simulator. It is still a very widely popular and widely sold and played flight simulator because it's ultra realistic. And at the time, on the computers of the day, for the Ataris and the Commodore 64s, they were flight simulators. I mean, that's what we had. And that's what we were like, hey, we got a really cool flight simulator. Maybe not, it's not on par with today's flight simulators, but it was a really good flight simulator at the time. Also on the Atari, we had a few flight combat simulators. We had Ace of Aces was the other one I played. We had Super Huey, which is a helicopter flight simulator, also one of my favorites. You've seen me play that on the channel. On my Atari 7800, they converted that to play in the console, which was interesting. But they do have, it is originally on the consoles. I used to go over to my friend James's house, play it on a Commodore 64, because I didn't have it on my Atari. But he had it on the Commodore 64. So when we weren't playing Impossible Mission, we were playing that one. And Silent Service is another one that we have to play next. Let's see. See if I can get that one to play. And I can get Silent Service, which is very close to what you saw on the NES. To be honest, it was really graphically not far off. The only thing really missing is memory serves. You don't have the guy moving between the different consoles. They didn't have the guy. They just had the consoles, and you just looked at them. You know, you pointed the periscope or the maps or the gauges. So there wasn't a lot going on there. So that is going to conclude episode 319 of F-15 Strike Eagle. One of my all-time favorite games. I play. It was that Miner 2049er. There was another one. It was a combat kind of mission, space-ish kind of game. There were Star Raiders, Star Raiders 2, or The Last Starfighter, depending on which bootleg copy you got. Because there was one that was based on the movie, but they wound up switching it to Star Raiders 2, which was a fun game. I loved it. I can't remember the other. There's a lot of flight sims. I might have to pull them up again. I only played a handful of them. There's Extol, which was Star Raiders Space Collective Star Trek-ish kind of game, which was also one of my favorites. I remember buying that one in the store, playing a lot of it because it was really, really fun to play. So anyway, thank you for joining me. If you haven't already done so, please like, share, and subscribe. It does help me out a lot. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much. Don't forget to get that bell icon to get notified when I go live or post other videos. Also, please stay safe, wear your mask, social distance, and I'll be seeing you.